A while ago, I was introduced to a language called Clojure. And Clojure introduced me to several fascinating concepts at once, and it was a bit difficult learning both the new concepts and the new syntax at the same time. Coming from JavaScript, it would have been much easier to learn some of the new concepts in JavaScript first and then switch over to Clojure to learn the new syntax, because that's easier than doing both at the same time. So that's what I want to do here. I want to apply some functional concepts to JavaScript so that you don't have to learn a whole new language first. So these videos are for you if you're familiar with JavaScript and you want to step up your game and learn about functional programming. But eventually, I'm hoping that these videos will be a sort of gateway drug, if you will, for developers to go from JavaScript to Clojure. Now, Clojure is a language that was created by Rich Hickey. I haven't looked at the implementations of the core Clojure functions in a while, but many of the ones that we're going to build here will surely look very similar to them, and everything that I'm writing here is directly inspired by Clojure. Now, the idea of writing JavaScript in a functional manner is not new. That's been floating around in the community for years. But I wanted to share my experience writing functional JavaScript and record videos about how to do this so that those not familiar with functional programming can learn about it more interactively and follow along. Now, I myself am by no means an expert on functional programming, and I'm still learning as I go, so take what I say with a grain of salt. JavaScript can be used in a functional way, and that's not to say that when we talk about functional programming, that means that we're only talking about some subset of all the programs that we could write. That's not the case at all. Functional programming is computationally universal. And that means that any program that you may want to write, any program whatsoever, you could write using only functions. Any of the other stuff that JavaScript gives you, like prototypes, for example, you don't have to use. You only need functions, and if you stick to that restriction, sooner or later, it won't actually feel so much like a restriction anymore, and it will feel more like it frees you up. Functional programming is great because programs written using the functional approach are easier to reason about and also easier to maintain. So it enables us to take a different approach to solving some familiar problems in addition to that. So I look forward to showing you what I have here, and I hope you enjoy.